And welcome back. I am so sorry. I totally intended on posting the other day, but there's something going around. Take care of yourself, take lots of medicine, drink lots of tea, get lots of rest. Um, it was just this weird, like, 24-hour bug I got that was awful. Luckily, some tea and sleeping it off seemed to do the trick. But, I wanted to talk about the book I briefly mentioned in my last video, about Not Quite Dead Yet, written by Holly Jackson. I mentioned her series previously, and I wanted to talk about this book because if you're not wanting to get into a series, I do recommend starting off with this because it is a really good read. The pacing is amazing. To do this book justice, I will have to give some spoilers. So, warning, going forward, I think the best way to do these books that I want to talk about justice is I'm going to have to spoil some stuff. And I hate doing that because I really, 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 really want you to read these books. And I don't want me talking or describing the book to give away too much to where you don't read the book. It's not going to be an in-depth. I will not do these books anywhere the amount of justice I want to do them because you just have to read them. But that being said, Not Quite Dead Yet. I love it. I actually reread it again the other day, and I just read this one not too long ago. And it's a good book if I read it again within like a couple months span, kind of like a TV show. You take some months or even a year before you go back and you watch it or reread it. But this book starts off with you're introduced to a character. Um, her name is Jed. And she is the daughter of one of the wealthiest families in this town. And when she's out, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. It's a Halloween night, and she was attacked by someone from behind, and they hit her in the back of the head. And when you open up the book, I want to show this because, in the back of the head. And essentially, there's a experimental surgery that they could do that could possibly save her life, but it's like a very small percentage. And it's one of those where they attempt it, either it does work or she dies. So, and it's not even really a 50-50. Like, the procedure is 1 in a million, basically. Or she would have like 7 days, like a week to live. A guaranteed, pretty much at most a week. So she decides, obviously, because there's a whole book, not to have the surgery. If she would have had the surgery, obviously, we wouldn't have this long of a book or a book in general. But she decides not to have the surgery. And in that time, she is very determined to figure out who killed her. Not tried because, technically they succeeded, just it was like a delay murder. But, so her and another man, well, not another, but her and a man, basically take those 7 days to investigate and dig into not only her, like, life, but other, like, her family members, her past. Raven decided to say hi. Hello. She loves reading books with me. But, they decide to go and investigate. Needless to say, a lot of stuff gets dug up. There's a lot of, secrets that get revealed. This is where I don't really want to go too much into it. But out through this book, what I really liked with it and what stood out to me is even though you go in knowing that she's going to die, even though you go in knowing that essentially there's not really that much of a happy ending for her other than knowing the truth, you kind of forget about that. And I actually found myself tearing up at the end reading kind of the eulogies you get, which, because she does pass away, I guess, spoiler, but I mean, you know this from the get-go. So, but you still just get this attachment to her and how she feels, her frustration, her determination. It's also realistic. And the way she kind of goes through the grieving process is really well written in a manner that, like, I didn't really realize that she went through all those stages until, like, I sat back after reading the book and I'm like, yeah, she really did, like, denial, grief, anger, acceptance. She went through, like, really all of those stages. She tried to bargain, like, just give me another day, trying anything just so that she could figure out what happened, so that she had some kind of closure, because essentially she just didn't want to sit around waiting to die, waiting for her brain to essentially explode. She needed a purpose. She needed a goal, and at the end you know, she did figure it out, and it broke me. Oh, that's Alice. She also wants to say hi. But it it broke me a little bit at the end knowing that she still died, because like you can't help but to be like, but maybe she'll live, maybe she won't die, maybe like 1 in a million, like doctor will figure something, like, but no, she sadly does. But it is such a great book. I engulfed this book. It is, how many pages is it? It is, yeah, so it's like 400 pages. It's close to 400 pages. It is a really good book. I read it in like 2 days, because I had 2 days off in a row, so I read it in those 2 days. Now, moving away from this author, but into like a similar writing style, I would say. Um, this series, I started off actually, her name is Jennifer Burns, sorry. I'm still a little like head fog, but beautiful cover. You can see that. Beautiful. I love this book. It is one of my favorite cover arts. And then like, sorry, I'm trying not to like push my cat off, but beautiful. And I love this cute little like bookmark it comes with. But I actually started reading, the first book of hers I read was The Same Backwards as Forwards, and that is a very unique book. I will most likely be talking about next video, because I could go on and on about that one. But I started reading this, and I devoured this book. And oh yeah, I didn't even show you the best part, the pages. I didn't even show you that. But I devoured this one, and it is so it's based off these people who have like natural high abilities. So like one's a human lie detector. One can detect and read emotion, like but there's more to that. It's kind of hard to explain that one, but like they're just really good at basically telling your emotions and what they mean and why they're there. There's a couple like profilers, but they're all recruited by this FBI agent. And the main role that we follow, she's recruited by another one of the naturalists who got recruited in, but she was kind of recruited in by him. And she was interested because her mom was murdered. Her mom's body was never found, though. There was just a whole bunch of blood. And so this kind of drove her into wanting to know more and why she was more interested in becoming a naturalist, because they focus on cold cases, and because she's a profiler, she would be dealing more with homicide cases, which her mom, being a cold case, predictably murdered, she wants to kind of try to figure out stuff there. So she starts snooping around. Of course, there's a guy involved that helps her around with it and everything. And multiple of the naturalists kind of help her. There's some conflict. A lot of them, I love the dynamic because they know that other people in my household can read them. I love that a lot of them tend to just switch up their styles and how they talk and the mood every day just so that they're not getting read by the other naturalists, which is so funny to me. And they kind of have a couple little interactions like that, which I love that it gets added in because it just brings more nuance and more layering to those characters and gives you more like little quirks about their identity and how they all do it, but do it in a different manner. But this is a spoiler. This is a huge spoiler. So if you do not want to hear the spoiler, skip, like, I don't know, 5 minutes. But essentially, she ends up finding out the FBI agent that recruited them is a serial killer, but not the one who killed her mom, because the FBI agent is also her mom's sister. And she wanted to kill her mom, but someone else beat her to it. So we don't find out, we do not find out in book 1 at all who killed her mom, but we find out why she was recruited and who the serial killer out through all these other cold cases are, and it's so good. So back to the series, it ends with her deciding to stay. Now I just picked up the second book. I believe there are, I want to say five books in this series. This is the second one. I just picked it up today. Wait, do I have it upside down? No, okay, I don't. I totally thought I was showing it to you upside down. But again, like the other one, beautiful puzzle pieces. And this one, ooh, I actually haven't looked at this too much. I literally just got this. And then I didn't show you with the other one, but they have these little puzzle pieces when you take off the paperback. They're really cute. And, okay, yeah. So, the next one after this is All In, and then Bad Blood. So I guess there's 4 of them. I thought there was 5. I might be wrong. I do not know. But these, regardless, I am reading all of them. I will figure out how many there are because I'm going to read them all. But I have not started this one yet at all. I have not broken into it. I plan on starting it tonight, though. And I'm going to be talking about that in my next video. I'll probably start off talking about The Same Backward as Forwards, which is by the same author, and then start recapping where I am in the second book, because I highly doubt I'll be able to have the whole book done by the time I want to upload my next video, because my goal is to upload a video probably every couple days. So again, couple days I'm going to upload. I have not cemented times. I have not cemented when I'm going to do things. There's not really a lot of consistency that I have down packed right now. There are some changes that will be coming because I am trying to get settled in to having consistency. So today I went and picked up stuff that will be my backdrop. I'm working on making that. I will have a full setup in my bedroom for that and everything, and there will be more of a schedule consistency going, where at the end of the video I will tell you basically that week's plan and agenda, and hopefully eventually, if this channel grows, we get more interaction in the comment section, then we can add stuff in, like other books you guys recommend, or conversations, or topics. But again, keep it love, keep it with kindness and grace. We are not here for hate, not hating others, not hating yourself. We are here for love in general. It's kind of a reprieve from everything else that's going on in the world. We are just here to ramble and have fun, and no glitz, no glamour, no cuts, no. I take a couple attempts at starting the video, and when I get the flow, I record it and I post it with very little edits. I watch it to make sure that you can hear me and it's clean. But for the most part, I try to just go, because I want it to be real, and I want it to be something that's just like a friend rambling with you, just chatting. We just want to chat. That's all we're here for. It's just love and fun. But with that, I'm gonna leave for the night and get this posted and everything, and start my book. I'm so excited to start it. I'm so excited. I've been wanting this book, and I'm so excited because Thursday I have more books coming, and that's going to be a whole other video where it is the same series that I talked about in my first video, The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but it's a limited edition copy. I'm so excited. I'll have to show you. I won't talk about the series again, but I will show you these books because so pretty, and I'm so excited. But yeah, so be kind, love yourself, love others, and just have a beautiful, beautiful life. And go get some ice cream, because I just had some strawberry ice cream. So good. But good night.